playing Kona. It's like a 3-year-old game, but it came out on Stadia for free, so I decided to get it.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about.
Then why are we going?
Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads.
Yeah, here we are.
But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Okay, so yeah.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Are you going to keep talking, or can I finally talk? But yeah, it's basically kind of a suspense game, I think, where there's some that wanders around an abandoned village. So I figured it'd be good for October.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
I can feel that. But the one thing I want to know is, where's the issue? There's no snow, there's no mud, it's a nice looking day. Like, why is it closed?
Never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
I just got here. What do you mean waited long enough for someone to come and raise it?
Still not a soul in sight.
So I have to
no
break the lock.
Waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself.
Well, thank you for the information. Who just puts a rock here? Ooh, is that a little trail? I want to check out that trail after I'm done exploring things. Close the door, I'm not an animal. Telephone.
Hamilton no doubt knew who managed the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Carl wanted to give him a call, but that would have been too easy though, as sure enough, the line was acting up.
Wow. How inconvenient. How conveniently inconvenient. Menistan. It will be good. Awkward. Ah, the inside. Flyer. Northern Quebec and its inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. That's not very far. That's the next country down. The bottom of it, yes, but you know, there's a bunch of other countries below that, and then there's countries to the east and the west. That's short-sighted on this flyer. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might will be awakened. At the heart of the wilderness, the north is swarming with wolves, caribous. Is that caribous? Bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that are every bit the equals of Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. You know, Canada is one country and Africa is multiple? Also, just know. Oh, I can see. Come discover the North and experience a genuine white jungle. White indeed. Well, it did say it's taking place in 1970, so can't expect much hope in people being logical in this day and age, I guess, when it comes to Africa, race relations, all that. I thought this was a little path. Nope. It was deceiving. Ooh. Did you hear that? The crunching of foliage under my feet. What amazing sound design. Alright, I'm playing around a little too much. Obviously, I haven't found anything to break that lock yet, so maybe I should... Hello. Those eyes look like they could open up at any time. Anytime. Well, either way, up we go. Inspect.
Emperor Duplessis, in spite of his conservative agenda, did a good job in colonizing the rural north, which helped to re-establish the region as an integral part of the province of Quebec. The blue fleur-de-lis could be seen fluttering in the wind here and there, taunting the red Canadian flags on the other side of the province's boundaries.
So is this a flag for Quebec? Or is this something like how the Confederate flag is for the United States? Whatever. I don't understand. I'll just admit it. Fire starters. And pincer. They call it a pincer? Granted, I can't think of what the actual... Bolt cutter. That's what it would be called. A pincer? That's a Pokemon. And an action. Oh, there's a bottle in the trash can. Ah, there's room for my channel in this trash can. Well, I guess I could go break. How often does a road need to be closed to require 2 picnic tables at escape? Weird way to hand out a narrative, but okay. And
the cutters made quick work of the chain.
Snap.
What better way to investigate vandals than to get into their shoes, Carl, the professional vandal, thought, reveling in the irony of the situation.
Who wrote that
Hamilton
line?
is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Really though, Carl, the professional vandal, thought. What? Who wrote that? I hope they wrote better lines in this thing, or else I feel like they
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very
probably
heart
shouldn't have the
northern
job of writing
forests,
scripts.
not too far from here.
You gotta have a good line to balance out that bad one. Just continue on the
The
road.
local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others, an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes.
That sounds familiar.
And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people.
Looks like trash.
Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled
Aren't the
to
Kree
oppose
aliens
Hamilton
in Marvel?
in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought,
Ooh, something's about to happen.
target
The bars come
would
up.
become the man himself.
Ah! Throttle. Brake. Brake, reverse. A few hours later. I'm alive a few hours.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required...
Where did the
urgent
snow come from? And my hand's all bloody. Oh, just stumbling. Kona. Ah, we in and now. Ah, we in and out. Carl's in bad shape. He needs to heal his wounds and warm his body before he goes any further. I need to lay chains on the tires. Still need to lay chains. And there's nothing to deposit or withdraw.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
No, my toes.
The driver had taken off.
Word.
It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it.
William
To
Hamilton?
be left to chance.
Who it is?
Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery
Oh, let's check
language.
that out again. Ooh, the trunk. Open it. First aid kit. Alright, I think I need to find
This
somewhere to
deep
warm
in
up.
the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside.
By the roadside?
His life
Well, that's the
depended
road,
on
so... It's like the narrative's telling me exactly what I gotta do next. South Ansa Epic. I think. Ooh. A log. My mentality is low. Turn that on. Chains. Ooh.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more and was now on his way to new adventures.
I think he's freezing and hurt in a cabin in the woods. Ah. There, that's one of my buns. Can I, like, bend down or something? No? Okay, how do I...
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and
camera?
faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating.
Oh.
There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
Cases of vandalism. Son of a wealthy Chicago banker, Hamilton made his own gold rush in the north of Quebec, where he established a copper mine and helped his family's small fortune thrive. You can't make a fortune without breaking a few lives. That's the saying Hamilton lives by. The expansion of his copper mine certainly did not help him make new friends. Hamilton is accusing the Cree people of attacking his estate, especially his luxurious hunting lodge, somewhere north of Chebagawama? Gamau? I don't know. Yet another way to make friends. The Cree certainly do not hold him dear. His mind's probably upset the Great Spirit. Ooh. This vandalism case is definitely for me. It needs the eye of professional. I'm meeting Hamilton at the general store. 1553 Ilrang. Huh, some more. Crash, an accident. I haven't been this shaken up since Korea. Abandoned car. Who was the driver of the other car? Whoever it was, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell if they intended to continue on foot. Besides, why did they leave so suddenly? A nice bit of poetry on the back of a beautiful face. That reckless driver was also melancholy. Iron locked box. A locked box. Could it be wrong to look inside? Surely I would find some clue as to who that reckless driver was. I still need to find the key though. But the initials on the box, WH, stand for William Hamilton, the guy that I work for. I don't want the camera. Here's a map. Oh, I'm there. The road continues up that way. Huh. Flashlight. How do I... Ah, there we go. Consumables. Iron lockbox. First aid medkit. Also, while I'm at it, I'm curious. No. Documents. Isabel photo. I want to look at the back and read it, because I didn't before. Isabel, you gave meaning to everything. When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. That's a poem. Alright, well, I'm warmed up and healed up so I can go back to my car. Oh, there's a tower. It's also a... Okay. So we can warm up out here as well. We hotter than a fire starter. Don't look no farther. Baby, I'm back. Yeah. Is there something good up here? Like in the last one, how we had the bolt cutters? Pincers. What? Why can't I go? Okay. I guess just glitch. Nothing? Can I inspect this flag? No. Man, there's nothing up here. Warm up, get my mentality right. Why is my mentality bad? Oh well, whatever. So my mentality isn't at its greatest. My health is back at full. And my warmth is going down. Let's put chains on the tires. vacuum seal? I don't have to do that? Okay. Can this thing get out of the snow? Can't. Oh, I'm not even controlling this. Don't hit the car. That's now gonna get snow all inside of it. Alright, let's try the snowy roads. Hope no other cars come flying at us. That wouldn't be nice. Manistan
Spread
region.
out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting
Ah, it was
snow,
caribou.
and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the
Shapeshifters?
industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
Skirt. It's like someone's driveway. Can I go into it? Someone good down here? Step out.
Now wasn't a good time to wander about. Hamilton was still out there.
Okay, fine. We'll go find Hamilton. I believe this is still the right direction.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Why? Is there something special about the general store? I'm guessing we're there since it became bars on the top and the bottom. I always consider them bars. They're not really. They're supposed to give that feel of being more cinematic. The general store. Let's fuel up.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily.
Divine
In
nectar.
all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Fine. We'll do this like it's New Jersey or something.
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Something. But what's...
Carl
I love how I
had
look around to see there's
trouble
someone here and it just
recognizing
snaps
his
to the body.
He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see what he's looking at. So if the person was close, when we see footprints, what's the closest? Keep it warm in here. Spec cans. Mysterious unbranded Nice narrative push. Yeah, again.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Why? Why would that happen? Wolves!
Maintaining his composure, Carl
What is
recalled
that?
something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
Whoa.
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
That's a nice looking... What the heck?
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
No, they're prints. Going along with the wolf prints. Oh, that's old school. Whoa, there's more. footprints.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Is that their way of telling me to turn back? Whoa. It's a person. No wolf could have done that.
Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be. It looked like a man fossilized in ice.
Do I run out of film, or... There it is, keeps walking that way. I don't think I should do it. They tried to tell me to turn around, but... I kept going, and... Now there's like a pulsing going on. Maybe I'll come back to it all. I'm back at the general store. My footprints going this way are gone. Weird.
Carl was no electrician.
Someone
but he
snapped
could
the wire.
identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
So what do I need to fix it? It's like pliers and tape. There'd be pliers. It's like a garage.
The flames won't grow without some help. Other materials were
I
required.
probably should have picked up another piece of wood. I can't go in. Oh, hey, piece of wood. Could have been that I was cold and that's why things were frozen. No. Looks like it's more of a mentality thing. I don't want to sit in there until my mental health went up, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. I hate how you can block the doors. Wrong thing. Where's the flashlight? There we go. Close the door, keep warm. Let's see. Check. Well, it's not going to do anything since power's got
The
inspect.
note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Why? Who would make something like that? A secretary wouldn't be a luxury here. Read flyer. Cash register instructions. To open the cash register, punch the price, 2 numbers minimum. Press sale, and turn crank 2 times. Punch a machine if it doesn't work. Okay. How did I read that in the dark? Inspect. The general store also serves as a post office for the locals. Okay.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already.
They had snowmobiles like that in 1968? Well, I guess we did go to the moon the next year.
A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store.
The white?
Seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
Did they already skin it? Because it doesn't look like it has any fur on it. Guess I should try the cash register. Wait, I missed this.
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address.
What address?
It was said to be
Too
the
dark to
address
see
of
it.
the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Mr. Jonah Vaughn. So I guess there's nothing inside to read? Nope. You can interact with the body. Take out camera. Maybe I should wait till we get a light on. Kinda dark to see him. A broken clock, how convenient. That's also pretty convenient. Open. Close. Nothing in these. Ooh, tape. That's one of the things I need. What was the other thing I picked up? Customer
According
credit.
to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
How come with the customer credit, though, it doesn't seem to have amounts? It just has addresses. Ooh, garage key. But I want to open up the cash register. You must hit at least 2 numbers, sale, and crank 2 times. Ooh, what's that? Post key. Oh, we can open up the mailbox outside. Like a phone. Probably dead.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Yeah. For kids that might not understand, you didn't necessarily need electricity to use a phone. You just needed the phone line to be up. There is a difference. Why'd I turn like I was talking to someone that was right there? I'll talk to the kid on the wall by the... whatever soda that is. Another piece of paper.
Carl knew
Note
that
from
Jim
Giles.
Deschamps was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Coronavirus can attest to that. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry. I have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop, unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you. After all, you must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Giles. I don't think that was kind regards. That was more like, you're gonna let me or nothing. Wait. Of course, we need power first. But we ain't got no power. That's the camera. I want the flashlight. Yeah, this is just inspect. That key for the post box is the thing outside. Fix generator. Still can't do that. I don't have the pliers. To the garage. Warm me up. This helps my mental health a bit too. I remember reading that if you smoke and drink, that could help improve your mental health as well. Help relax you. As well as kill you with cancer. That part wasn't written, that's just knowing what those things do, especially in combination. Ooh, inspect. Cleanest spot in the area. That's a lot of rolls of paper towels. Ooh, open. Nothing. Open. Hardware. Open. Pliers! What else we got around here, though? Nothing. Wrenches that I can't use. Screwdrivers I can't use. Fragile boxes. At least we know it's fragile. You mean at least we know it's Italian?
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
Ah, well, I just had to fix that, won't I?
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
That's not really a part of anybody's skill set. That takes a lot of strength. Let's fix this though, turn on the generator, and then do some of the things that need power. Turn on. Sweet, we got the power on. Turn off, turn off. C4 mains. Can I turn the lights on in here now? How do I get this working?
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
That's why I kept lighting up. Okay. So, what am I missing around here? Can I... Ooh, there's a med kit. Let's put on the gen's power. There we go. Breaker player, I dig it! Turn on pump 2 so we can end up fueling up. Is that the sound of the generator? Now we can take a picture of this guy. Wrong thing. Oh, he did. He did. Yeah, we'll keep this picture as a memory.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization.
What is it?
If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Wow. So caring. Respect. This place isn't... Well, there's kind of a dead body here. You'd kind of think that it might be a mess. What is up with that? Also, I want to go over to the garage and, see about lifting up the car. Don't even travel half the province of Quebec to here. Didn't even. Okay. Okay, yeah, you just say this is a mess too. Now let's check the garage. Garage, here I come. Warm it up. Move along. I saw something. Okay, so we got the power going. Nice. Now let's activate the lift. Ho ho ho. Yo, Santa dropped off his car here.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Surely. But when is the question. Ah, they already got it so you can swing it. Let me grab a log for the future. Just in case. Put myself up, and before I fill up on gas, I'm going off to explore.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The Seeker had sought.
The Seeker? What does that mean? Where are you taking a picture of it? I don't even know. Don't look at it. It keeps... Ah! It's weird. More ice. I'm not taking out the camera. Up here? Now let's take out the camera. The footsteps going up it. There are. Wait, this is the house of the dude with... Ah! What happened? Gotta take a picture. Ah. New journal entry. Is this the place that I tried to go to before but couldn't? I think it is. Now we know that our boss is dead. We can travel here.
The air was freezing, right down to the bone.
Whoa. How did this happen?
Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay.
Yeah, it's kind of like tore up.
That window had seemingly been left open for a while, Carl thought.
Can't get
Given
close
the
to it.
punishing weather, it couldn't have been intentional.
Why was the camera open? Maybe we can warm them up. I didn't got any fire starters. Maybe in here? Silverware. Wood. Whoa. Little lag spike, I guess. Fire starter. Sweet. Cards. Nothing. Nothing of use around there. Yeah, maybe this will warm the dude up. This is weird. My mentality is not going down, but I'm tripping out.
The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked.
Which meant that he intended
It's
to
likely
eat it.
that poor Giselle
Or
was
she.
slow cooking it before she got snapped.
Gazelle.
What a waste.
How do we know this person's name is Gazelle? Anything in the fridge? I got a steak.
Moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
True. Ches, the
The
lunch
general
changes
store,
hands.
along with several more infrastructures in the area, had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown.
Okay, yeah, the person that wrote the script is failing right now. Founded by Bertrand Lachance more than 20 years ago, the general store, better known as Ches Lachance, is one of Manistan's economic mainstays. Since the passing of its aged owner, however, business wasn't as blooming as it once was. Giles Lachance, inheritor of the humble establishment, had no choice but to sell everything to William Hamilton, the rich and famous businessman who sparked a major controversy last year when he announced the reopening and expansion of his copper mine. As of now, operations of the general store are expected to remain unchanged despite the change of hands. Giles Lachance still helms the register. I just thought of something. If this is supposed to be the wife, then was the dude that was walking back Giles? Oh, man.
It felt like old people were all these walls could see for years.
Huh?
The Lachances could hardly be blamed for wanting to freshen things up a bit.
Oh, I guess because this was like his father's house or something? Turn frame. Bertrand Lachance, 1948. Can I flip the picture back around? Let's leave the radio on. Turn on.
What a mess.
Yeah.
Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here. The place looked barely habitable.
No, don't inspect. I mean,
A
yes,
nice
inspect.
white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
Maybe if it also wasn't the attic. Looks like they didn't look like... It looks like they didn't like the look of this place. Yeah?
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in.
Something's making me trip out. A box full of Harlequin novels. Oh, is it because the body's right below me? It's weird.
Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound
Oh,
together by the
Gilles?
chains of conventional love.
I thought it was Giles. Pack of cigarettes.
The cross looked after a marriage's well-being, and served as a motivator to uphold the priest's sermons calling for more little worshippers on one hand, and cautioning against guilty pleasures on the other.
Is that what's supposed to be when it's
Indeed,
over the bed?
The Lachances were still part of the God-fearing generation.
I've seen that before, like crosses over a bed, but I never knew that's exactly what it stood for. That's in Catholicism, right?
A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
Ooh, what's this? Polaroid film. Nice, I can take more pictures.
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly.
We don't need to rehear
lines.
lines. Alright, let's head down, look at the other room. Ah. Walk past that. Ah, the bathroom. This makes sense. And painkillers. Awesome. The unpacked box we know. Looks like they were repainted. We know. Plunger, nothing in there. Nothing in the bathtub. Okay, it looks like other than finding their frozen bodies, this was kind of a dead end. Dang. Wait, there was a prompt on the clock too, wasn't there? I've yet to find a clock that works. Wait, what time did the other clock stop at? I need to know. Still, that's crazy right there that she's frozen like that. I'm leaving. Try to warm up. Have a good life if it continues. Let's see. What happens if I continue this way? Hold on, hold on, hold on. We have limited film. I don't want to be taking a whole bunch of pictures. I do, but because it's limited, I don't want to. Eastern Cavern. It's blocked off. If I have dynamite, I can open it up. Guess I'll have to come back here at some point. Let's head back to the store. I'll jump cut it. Wolves. Oh. This might be the enemy. Hold up. No, put that away. Okay. They left me. Looks like I gotta go back the way that I came. Cool, found my way back. My mentality is in bad shape. Think I might need to set smoking and drinking. Helps out your mentality. Assume does.
Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt
health
like
goes
he had
down.
more
At least they
trouble
acknowledge
breathing
that.
when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
Back in we go. Close. Store's power's back on. Alright, what time does this clock stop at? 3 o'clock? It's frozen at 3. Something about 3 o'clock. Is that still primed, or do I need to hit it again? Gotta hit it again. Okay. So let's check the mailbox. A gun.
The murder weapon.
Wait, for him? I didn't see any blood. It looked like he just got beat over the head or something. Right now I'm being sloppy and leaving that door open. Oh, it's closed already. That sounds familiar, I'm guessing. Let's fill up the tank. Anywhere but New Jersey style. That... What, you put 2
Carl
cents in
knew
from your
right away
time?
where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
That amount of time to fill up that tank wasn't realistic at all. Alright, wait. Where am I supposed to go now? Guess we'll just go up the road and see what we find. Ooh. Plus, they don't want to damage the car, but it's kind of already damaged, so who cares? Wait. Am I going the right way on this fork in the road? I am. Okay. Stick to the red path. So, who killed William Hamilton? And what happens to the Lachances? Landslide. What's up with this car? What happened? Is that an arrow?
The track was fresh. That meant the car sunk down just a little while ago. Now where the hell could the passengers possibly have gone? Someone had been playing with a crossbow here.
Polaroid
A
film?
very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire. Or
Someone
their
left a
eye.
boot?
It could even kill someone if the aim was right.
Hold on. Something about the glove compartment. Or nothing about the glove compartment. Why is the arrow smoking? Oh, I just saw more of the ice.
There was only void where the road should be. Carl hated dead ends. He felt trapped. It was as if the road had drowned in the lake. He would have to find help by another road.
I'll at least close the doors for the person here. If they ever come back to their car. Guess I have to make this right here. Can I make this right, or do I have to walk it? I can't drive through, I have to walk. Oh man. Ah man. Close. Ranger manual. The manual owner seems to be Wilford Roy. Wait. No. Let me read that. Let's see. Cash register instructions, envelope, customer credit, letter, article about store, Ranger's manual. That's all to be read? Inspect.
Someone must have dropped this in a hurry, but whoever did was heading into the woods. Carl's tracking instincts were quickly kicking in.
More ice. Looks like there's more wolf footprints here. Ice wall. Ah!
Carl felt engulfed by a wave of cold, and for a second thought he was fainting. Carl had no issue recognizing the spirit-like figures, but he couldn't figure out what they wanted from him.
What's going on here? Hello? What am I... Should I leave? I don't think I can leave. What do you want? What do you want from me?
Carl Carl sensed that the cold was beating a retreat, as if he was moving away from some kind of center of gravity.
Where? We go back to the ice wall. Is something gonna happen again?
Carl knew why he was suddenly shivering. He was going back to the realm of visions.
Is there something inside? I feel like I should probably leave and just not come back here.
The further Carl moved away from the ice block, the more his senses came back to
This is
him.
weird. So let's stay away from the ice block. Ooh, what is this? Treasure map. And more Polaroid film. I'm getting a lot of Polaroid film. Where am I heading now? Hello? Is there anybody out here? Hold on, let me... Nothing. Nothing at all. The woodlots. Okay, we're back to paw prints.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore. A fire
I don't have any
can't
fire
be
starter.
started with a snap of the fingers.
Hold on, is there footprints more? No. There's the truck. Somebody's tent. It's another wolf. Matches. I need fire starter. Magnet, stake.
More materials were needed to stir up the flames.
I'm aware of that. Why am I so out of fire starter? I'm starting to freeze. I can feel it. Wait, here we go. Empty gas can and painkillers. Alright, we gotta warm up like now. I'm worried something bad's gonna happen. Okay. Whew. Alright, if we're good, I would like to continue on. Where do I go to now? So, wait. Do what I always do with the camera. No. There's nothing going on involving those weird footprints. Let's just keep going this way. It's the way the wolf went. As long as I'm not getting attacked by them, I think following the wolves is okay. Is anybody out there? Thought I heard something. Something that was apart from my own footsteps. Oh, there was a break in the fence right here. Guess not. I gotta end up at like someone's house, right? Back up at the road. This is someone's house. Nothing in the mailbox. Here we go. Someone's house. Although, from what we've seen, it doesn't seem like things are going too well for people that own property around here. Felias's house. I guess that's how you say it. Old-fashioned lawnmower.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty.
One boot.
When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
Is that the boot that matches up with the one in the trunk? The door is slightly ajar.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts. The coals were still warm. Someone must have been stirring them up. Money in a jar. What a shame.
Narrator
Carl
has so
would
much
have
to
loved
say.
Cookies.
I would have loved cookies instead of the money that's in the jar. Wow. Shows what type of person he is. Nothing. Cigarettes. No. Anything in the oven? No. Fill up bottle. Yes, our empty bottle is in the trash now. Has water in it. What's this?
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
Imagine being able to live off of that income. Today. Today it's impossible. Back then, it's not so hard to believe. Steak, 2 beer bottles.
The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
Rebecca? Still nothing on the phone. This furniture has been moved several times. Note from Martin Bias. My sweet Maria. Please excuse my handwriting. I'm in a hurry. I have to leave for North Manistan with Mom and Miss Roy, as they say it's far too dangerous around here these days. I don't know much about what's going on, because Mom won't tell me anything in an attempt to reassure me. All I know is she has the exact same expression on her face when I startle her. Dad and Mr. Roy aren't coming because they have gone to get Mr. LaChance. They're real heroes. Oh, so maybe that's this person's dad or Mr. Roy that we found in the woods frozen. My grandmother lives in a very big house in the North Manistan. You're welcome there. I must go now. Quite literally. Your friend, Martin. Huh. So where is Maria? Suspects. A bit of reading to pass the time, so nothing of importance. Nothing. Nothing. Just because all these homes are empty and something seems weird, doesn't it seem like a bad thing to be...
The picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper. Judging by the smiles,
Doesn't seem to be bad that we're just
nobody
looting.
suspected the impending misfortunes. Little Martin Blais with a family
Blais?
member. There was some resemblance between them, and Carl took note of the sense of bonding and pride they projected.
Is that your real dad, kid? He looks like his head is way too big for his body. The kid, Martin. Another record player. This game loves people having music. Ah, they divvied up their attic like this.
The sheets were in such a way that indicated a rude awakening, followed by a hurried escape.
I would hate to
What
have a
had
rude
happened
awakening
here?
if that's where my head is. Gosh, you wake up first thing in the morning, next thing you know, you're going to be walking around with this big crease in your face all day. Possible creation for a mechanical drawing toy. People get down with Etch-a-Sketch. Then Monstera. Huh. So this kid has seen the monster that's doing the freezing, huh? Wait, the window's open. That's why there's my footprints in here, because there's snow on the ground. They literally left in a hurry, leaving their footprint behind. Only the tormented minds smoke in bed. Or those that just got done doing something. Wait, they ain't got no door? So this kid gotta be here? Well, it's not like they can be having too much fun in here, right? There's also a beer bottle beside the bed. That's not a good sign, if you ask me. Ooh, something else. Luis's diary. I fear the worst for Alejandro. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was the work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into a void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play the ball, and he didn't say a word. And that way he has to glance at the window. What is up with this wording? This wording is weird. Last night I heard him mumble in his sleep, "It's coming," he murmured. I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't go back to sleep after that, chain smoking the night away over at the window. Yeah, it should be over at, not over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself know? Or waiting? Or for what? I think I feel dread. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Well, I feel like I've been going... It's a wolf. Good, it didn't take the money. That was... let's turn on the radio, maybe we'll keep them away. I think... someone ran out at the time to pack their luggage, yeah. I think this is where I'm gonna end this episode. That's weird. Is that how they do it in Canada or back in the day? Down is on, up is off? Weird. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. I think I've gone on for long enough. I'll be back with more. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an AK, wet working. The roaches get the rays sprayed. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man marching. Sparta mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me either.